Well, hello, everybody. How are you on this fine, fantastic Wednesday? I'm looking out my window. It is sunny outside. You've got two sunny personalities here with Dennis and Andy, the Dennis and Andy Show. We're here, and one of us is queer, but I mean it in the 1950s way, which means happy. It does. Remember the Flintstones? We'll have a gay old time. That didn't mean Fred and Barney plowing each other in the back of the Flintmobile or whatever the hell it was called. That means they were having a happy time. Why can't we go back to being able to use the word that way? I say we start a petition, hashtag 1950s gay. Let's get it trending.
We didn't even get 45 seconds into the episode, and we lost our rated PG rating for this one already. So with that being said, I guess we are just going straight rated PG-13R.
That's right.
Zed, he is the first.
He is. And a Dennis and Andy Show second. Yeah, you are. Look, he even got his Minnesota or Wisconsin accent in there. Hail, Randy Howell. How are you? Pimping the links. Thank you so much. Dan Genovese in the house. By the way, guys, Garden State Comic Fest in June, the week after Father's Day weekend, the week after Heroes Con. This guy already got the invite and will be there. So will Graham Nolan. So will Dan Fragga Boom. And unfortunately, Dennis can't make it because he's got a family commitment. But that's okay. He just slows me down because that's how I party.
Yes,
Marcus.
When you think of Andy, you think of party animal.
JP Roca in the house. Joe Bernardo. Aloha, Joe. I know next week at this time, you're going to need us to cheer you up after the Taylor Swift Chiefs beat the Niners. But it's just meant to be because football's rigged. Hashtag football's rigged. Paulus Arts, hail to you. Amish Ninja, what is up? Marcus says he'll be at Heroes Con. We know you will, and so will we. All right. We are going. Oh, wait.
I was going to say, Marcus joined us for the Minicon, Heroes Minicon.
Now that CISO has renewed grip on heterosexuality, that should inspire the DNA show. It does. Yes, Marcus was at the Minicon. We had a great time at the Minicon last week. We had such a good time that both of us have been so busy since then, we haven't been able to do our What Did the Boys Get stream,
and
but we will.
Just so you know, I've already had multiple requests for it already going, did I miss it? I don't see a link for it. And I'm like, we have not had a chance to do it. But, you know, we are going to be seeing our usual movie Thursday night.
That's
and we got to do the review Friday morning. So maybe we will just do the What Did the Boys Get Friday right after. But it would be bright and early Friday. So for those of you that get up late, maybe you just have to watch the restream of it.
Yeah,
we could do that.
We'll figure it out.
Yes.
But we do have to do it because I got a stack of stuff. Dennis got some cool stuff. I was going to give you a tease because I got one book sitting. Nope, I'm saving it.
Nope, save it.
I'm saving it.
Save it because people were asking.
But what have we been busy doing, you might say? Wait, Mighty Geek says, first of all, the 49ers got this. Hey, as much as it pains me to say this, and it really does, like I feel it's like somebody yanked a nose hair. That's how much pain I feel when I say I want the Niners to win the game. And let me tell you, that's also pretty strong coming from me because if the Niners do win the game, it'll prove football not rigged, but also that'll give them one more Super Bowl win than the Cowboys have. And I really don't like that at all, but I don't like the Chiefs. So,
you mean the Taylor Swifties?
The Swifties.
Yeah.
No good movies this week. What are you guys watching? We're watching. What is the name of it again? Now I'm trying to remember.
Because last week we didn't go, or was it the week before?
No, we saw Argyle last week.
Oh yeah. Last week was Argyle, which I hope you guys went and watched the review.
Okay, guys, I'll even read to you what it's about. We are seeing Out of Darkness. It is an hour and 27 minutes. Okay, here's the description. A small boat reaches the shores of a raw and desolate landscape. A group of 6 have struggled across the narrow sea to find a new home. They are starving, desperate, and living in the United States of America because they came over the Rio Grande, the illegals. That's not what it is. Now, it's these people. It takes place 45,000 years ago. They've got to find shelter. They strike out across the tundra waste towards distant mountains that promise abundant caves and all the stuff they need to survive. But at night, there's a terrifying sound that suggests something monstrous at large in the landscape. So that is what we're seeing. And it's funny because it's artificial languages spoken with English subtitles. So they made up a language from 45,000 years ago, and I'm going to have to read the stinking movie instead of most movies from 45,000 years ago,
You know how
where
it
they
says-
just talk.
You know how it normally says foreign language, subtitles, and that? This one actually says AI language. And I'm like, yeah, at least if it was Klingon, I would understand some of that.
I do. Finding Nemo was made after my memory.
And we all know from Ted Lasso, be a goldfish.
Be a goldfish. So, yeah, so we're seeing Out of Darkness. JP says,
Yeah, Andy did say that.
I did. It hurt my balls. I watched Argyle. It was fun, and I will watch a review, but I will not watch this movie. That's fine. You haven't seen a review of Argyle. I think now that you've seen Argyle, you should watch our review of Argyle. We did a non-spoiler, and then about 8 minutes later, switched over to the spoiler review.
And guys, that's how we normally do it. We just like to talk generalities of a movie, give you an idea if we liked it, give you our CGC grade like a comic book. And then if you want to hear the in-depth, our loves and complaints and stuff, and where we delve into it, we always give you a warning and then we'll go into it. So some people don't want that, and that's why we do all the fun stuff right up front, but then we dig into it.
And before we get started in the show, there you go, guys. Wrong one. That is Nice and Tight. Well, we can say go back Nice and Tight. Less than $900 away from the next stretch goal. 64 pages of some of my finest pencil work that other people inked for marvelous companies that also have direct competition. See what I did there?
I did.
So go check that out. But of course, the big deal is Kor-Drath the Awakening, the much anticipated follow-up to Kor-Drath the Reckoning. Go check this sign-up page out. The links are going to be coming there in the description below. Randy's going to post it because he's the man. There's a part of the cover. Oh, I'll show the whole thing. Sign up. Get this beautiful Adriana trading card to complement the Lilith one and front of the line shipping. So if you back it and you back like something that has lots of books with it, covers and stuff, oh, it's not coming last. Front of the line, guys. Your book will go out in the first week, guaranteed. So go sign up for Kor-Drath the Awakening and get on it. It'll be launching in just a couple months. And we can tell you guys, we're making progress. I am 5 pages in the Kor-Drath the Awakening. And Dennis has stuff in his hands because you won't be able to read it.
Oh yeah, guys. Take a look. Woo! There is the script. The script for is all done. As a matter of fact, Andy, there you go. There is the completed script.
Whoa!
Kor-Drath the Awakening is now in the artist's hands completely. It's all set to go. So, yeah. Andy's been able to work on a few pieces until we got some things finalized and whatnot. But there it is, guys. Andy, time to get to work. Like, really get to work now.
Wow, look at this. I'm just looking through this, thinking to myself, oh, man, there's some stuff I can take out already as I look through it. Just kidding.
Just remember, I can always add in a couple of more pages of 2-page splash panels.
Nah, I'm not worried about that. This is nice. I hate the fact that it's double-sided, you cheap son of a bitch. You just couldn't print it out all on one side like a real person.
No, why
Wow.
would I? Why would I waste the trees?
And you
can flip.
That was a good handoff that he did to me. Unlike the Packers when they hand off to a running back and the guy drops it.
and then they
You
still
know-
beat the Cowboys.
you
So,
know- I'm like C.D. Lamb, and in the good old days, Emmitt Smith, good old Troy Aikman, boom, handed it. I grabbed it.
You guys see how much shade he throws. We did this all season long.
Season's over, boys.
Exactly.
The Packers-
I know. Next season,
The
this
Packers,
is a Cowboy fan.
the Cowboys, the Bucks, in case my daughter's watching, are all getting together, sharing a big soda pop, sitting on the couch, all next and close to each other, watching the big game together.
Yep, all I could say. Did you guys ever review Aquaman? Joe, I guess there's some good news in there. No, we haven't.
Because I saw it in December and he saw it
2 nights ago. I finally sat down and watched Aquaman. And you know what? I don't even know if it's worth doing a review on it because it's so long. But if you guys want us to, we could. We could get the fresh movie that we're going to watch tomorrow, and we could maybe do an Aquaman. But I spoiler alert, I was bored. I was surprisingly bored. It's all I'm going to say in case we decide to do it.
Graham is launching Return to Monster Island tonight.
Yes,
he is.
He is.
7 p.m. on his channel, and then we'll make the jump over to Ethan's channel at 8 p.m. I'll be there with my man, Graham Nolan, helping him launch Return to Monster Island, and you can get the original Monster Island too. I've seen the campaign page, guys. It looks fantastic.
We are doing great. This is a great day, a great Kor-Drath day. No review.
Andy threw an interception to Dennis, just like Slack Prescott. That's hilarious. Slack Prescott, who had the most touchdowns out of every quarterback.
Yep.
Now that doesn't mean
but then also had the most chokes.
I don't think so.
In postseason. Hey guys, let me know if I'm correct in this. I think I am. I am pretty sure.
Just because the team loses
Detroit
doesn't
Lions,
mean it's because the quarterback choked.
The Detroit Lions have more championship appearances than the Cowboys this decade now. Am I right in that? Maybe in the last 10? Or is it 20 years?
I don't know.
I think the Detroit Lions are now ahead of the Cowboys, but you guys can let me know.
Let's say hello to our guest. I can see him down there. Hopefully he's going to turn his camera on. I mean, he's not that handsome of a fellow, but let's give him a round, rousing hello. Hello, Mr. Blevins.
What's going on, guys?
No camera today? Are you not feeling pretty?
Oh yeah, I definitely am. It would take me about 15 minutes to get to where the camera and stuff was, and I was like, man, I've already wasted like 15 minutes as it is. I was like, I'll just go ahead and jump on.
No, that's fine. No worries.
That's okay.
Yeah.
As long as we can do it. So we haven't even touched on it yet.
Wow.
A lot of you guys you saw the thumbnail and you went, oh, coloring books, comic books. Well, pray tell, what are you guys really going to talk about? Now we know.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir.
So
talking
Brian,
about coloring books.
Brian, I think because you and I got a chance to talk the other night for quite a while.
We did.
Why don't you guys this is what really prompted this. We were looking for a really cool topic, and Brian, Mr. Blevins always comes up with some cool stuff. He's got this really neat and awesome initiative that he's working on, and this is what kind of prompted this. So, Brian, tell the audience what it is you're working on.
Well, a lot of people may not know, but I'm one of the head people of Lost Media. Like I try to find Lost Media everywhere. There's a big group of people. A lot of people don't know this is even a thing, but there are people that go to flea markets and they buy thousands of home VHS movies, and they dig through all of them, trying to find old school TV shows and cartoons and things for old television commercials from the past. And the biggest money one of these was the very first Super Bowl. For some reason, the people that did the very first Super Bowl, they recorded over the tape. And
Yeah.
there was nobody, they had no one that had a copy of it. And there was a bounty that was put on it. It was like $50,000, went up to $100,000. I think it ended up at $1 million. And somebody came forward and they found it, and a lot of VHS tapes that they bought at a yard sale. They had the full Super Bowl on it, and it's been digitized and everything over and over. Yeah. The guy basically sold the rights to use it. He didn't sell the actual tape itself, and he made more than $1 million. But anyway, so that's cool. Kind of the stuff we do. Like, there's tons of cartoons from the past that you can't find anymore. Like, you ever sit around and be like, man, I remember this movie. I'm gonna go see if I can find it on streaming, or if I can find it on Blu-ray or DVD, and it just doesn't exist. Sure. Well, there's a lot of items like that that just don't exist anymore, and that's where I come into play. Like, I go try to dig through tons and tons. There's a whole back end area of people that trade digital media. Digital media is worth a lot of money on the back end, believe it or not. So anyway, leading into this year, I thought I would do something pretty cool. And I was talking with my boy Niall Scala over at the Pop XP. Yeah. Shout out Niall. And I was telling him, I was like, man, I think I have a really, really good thing I want to do. And he's like, what is it? I was like, man, I was looking on the Internet Archive, and I noticed that there is no archived coloring books. Like, there just isn't. Like, all these coloring books that I did as a kid and, colored as a kid, that had some of the best stories that I read, but, they were comic books for babies, like color your own comic book, A lot of people just didn't realize that, and probably have even forgotten about coloring books, to be honest. And so I decided to start the 2024 coloring book Internet Archive. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get as many of these vintage coloring books as I can, and I'm going to create a huge Internet Archive for them. And I've been spending some money. I've had some people send me some books that are in amazing condition. Had people send me some books that are just colored to oblivion. But with technology nowadays, all I have to do is scan the page in, hit the button to remove the color, and it gives me a bright white, full, ready to color page. So
see, that is awesome.
That's really cool.
So many of us remember, as we were kids, we were talking about this off stream. As a kid, even if we were on vacation or something like that, and your dime store or your drugstore, wherever you were at, if they didn't have comic books, because not all of them did, they still had a magazine section. They all did. And what was in there? We would find coloring books, coloring and activity books, or activity books. And we always picked up ones, man. I remember coloring the heck out of some. I got some old X-Men ones. I remember a $6 Million Man one. They had some cool stuff when I was a kid. So I think for me, this is just a huge blast from the past.
Yeah, I actually been contacted Dan Frag, and I said, Dan, what do you man, I think I'm gonna push this for this year. Like, what do you think? And he's like, are you serious? I was like, you have to do this. Like, it's a calling. Like, you have to do this now. Like, you've already brought it into the ether. You need to start pushing it. And man, I'm hoping with all the people that we know in the comic books and stuff, like, that there's a chance of actually making a big dent and having a really good archive of these comic books put together. If we can get a lot of people on board. Of course, everybody wants money for their stuff, so.
Well, I can tell you what, buddy. So, if anybody's curious, coloring book, what's that? Monsters of the Midway. Now, this is from 2018, so this team's probably not even the current team anymore. But when I did the Chicago Bears stuff, they did themselves a little coloring book.
Nice.
Out of it. And they sent me a whole freaking case. So I still have plenty of these. And actually, I think they're on my website, andysmithart.com, for sale. So yeah, so this was a fun one. I did the cover and all. So, cover's color, of course. And it's just the players, the color, drawn as old. jacked out superheroes. So there's that one. But now I know what you're saying. You're saying, but that's not really superhero stuff. Well, go back in time to when the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man came out in 2012.
Which would be the Amazing Spider-Man.
And you see this Amazing Spider-Man fun case. Yep. It comes with 2 jumbo coloring activity books, 1 digest coloring activity book, 1 activity book with stickers, and 1 4-pack of crayons. Why am I showing this? Yeah, because Andy, I drew everything in it.
What? Oh, mind blown.
What? That's right.
What twist?
Every bit of art in these coloring books is by me.
Nice.
Yeah. So it was very cool to be able to contribute to these coloring books here. Scenes from the movie, stuff like that. Back before he was wearing a costume, when he was wearing his beanie and sunglasses and whatnot. So, oh, look at that. He's spraying webs all over the room.
Oh, man.
So yeah, I was telling Dennis, I found it at Target, obviously back in 2012, and was able to pick it up. And I wish I would have got more, but the Target I went to pretty much only had, I think, maybe this one, and I bought it.
So Blue Boy Comics saying, anyone in chat, hunt for old comics media at local garage sales, flea markets, etc. Yeah, I think so, Brian. Some people might be able to have digital copies, and if not, if they find some cool stuff, old stuff on there, they should be able to contact you, right? And then they could either mail them to you, or if they're digital, you could just have them, ship them to you PDF, right?
Absolutely. And I'm setting up the Facebook page right now. Not right now while we're on the show, but I'm setting up the page right now to have people access, and I want to keep a pretty updated tier of all the books that I have, and what's really awesome is, like, most of these books, these coloring books, like when you look at the G.I. Joe ones, when you look at the Mask, the Mobile Armor Strike Command, when you look at Thundar, they do all of them in 4-book series. So there's 4 small books that tell the story, and then there's 1 big book that combines all 4 of them together, kind of like a trade. It's really insane. This is one of the ones that I've already broken down. It did have some coloring inside of it, but again, like I said, you just click the button and it wipes all the. Thank you.
No, wait, okay, now I got to ask, because one, what program are you using?
Just Photoshop.
And what? I'm using air quotes because I know there's more than just clicking a button. What are you doing?
Absolutely, man. There's a deal where you just click and you filter out all the color.
Really?
You just filter everything that's a color out of there that's not black. Boom, it just removes every bit of it out. It's literally 1 button.
That is so cool.
Now, I'll be honest. I just got the latest version of Photoshop. I've been using CS5. Yeah. That's the last version before they went to the subscription, but I just started doing the subscription because I needed some other stuff.
Yeah.
And I am not familiar with what you're talking about, so you'll have to tell me exactly the steps when we're done.
Yeah, again, it's you just go into filter out color, kind of like when you go into adjust to remove the different hues. Like, say you want to remove all the red from a picture, or remove all the blue from a picture, or whatever. Yeah. You just go in and you just, like, it's not a button. It's not a button.
No, but it's under filter.
Yeah, it's under the filter. Oh. Yeah, so you just choose all the colors and you just click it, and it only leaves black and white. Now, where you do have a little bit of problem is on some of the activities, like when they draw the number character or whatever it is. When you draw by numbers and it puts outline of the bad guy on there. You have to go in Photoshop and just delete all the individual lines, that go to each other. But I mean, it's pretty simple to do. And before I found out about the button, what I was doing was I was scanning all the pages in, and then I was taking my Surface Pro, and I would just go in and I would just create a layer, and I would just redraw all the black lines.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean,
That would
look,
take
it's
forever.
not really a lot of black lines. Like this is a lot because it's a little detailed. But
Yeah.
look how incredible this is for a comic
Did you
book.
have to take some color out of these?
Huh?
Did you have to take
Yeah,
color out of some
yeah.
of these?
I took some color out of these.
Oh, wow. These came out freaking great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Holy crap. Yeah, you sent us some other ones too. We won't go through the whole thing, but before I show
awesome.
another one, I was going to show one that because I own a few coloring books. This is from
I have that
2010.
one. Yeah, I got
right?
that one. Yeah.
Dude, I bought this one. It's a coloring book, so I mean, I don't even know where the price is. It was dirt cheap, but I mean, the art is fantastic. It's not the little crappy kid art. Look at that,
dude. Get this. So there's a Justice League one, right? 448 page Justice League. All the art in it is Bruce Timm.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yes.
Because I got this one,
dude.
I
have that one. I have that one as well.
Dude, this thing was $5 at Kohl's.
Yeah.
And it's all really good. In fact, just this last page.
Yep.
I mean, it's really nice style guide art. I know the Superman one I was showing you looks like Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, inked by Ryan Sook. I could be wrong. I know it's definitely, I got to say, Jose Luis Garcia Lopez. And it looks like Ryan Sook's inking. And then there is some John Bogdanov in that one Superman one I showed. This one's a kind of a mixture of both, because that's Jose on the Superman, but the Batman, I mean, I don't know who it is.
These are the newest ones. These are from the 2010, right?
Yeah, this is 2010. Yeah.
This is from the 2010. Like,
oh no, this is 2021.
Oh, 2020. Yeah, well, I was going to say it's way new is what I'm going to say.
Yeah.
But a lot of the ones, like when you get into the 60s and 70s and stuff, man, there's a Captain America one, which I also have scanned, that the artwork is done by Steranko.
Now, I'm sorry, why didn't you send that one to us to look at?
Man, because it was in another folder.
God, I'm hearing a lot of... Look at that. There's my boy Green Lantern. Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But then, Brian, this one is from, oh, hell, I don't know. Oh, wait, here's a date. I just like to make sure I get the dates right and stuff. This is 2010. Super Friends.
Yes.
Now, I was telling Dennis, I bought this because I'm guessing this is probably that artist, Jay Bone. He did a couple of the comics. I'm looking for, I love the style. The cartoony style of these.
Yeah, did you watch the cartoon of that?
No, I didn't, but I did buy a couple figures. There's Green Lantern.
Yeah, because you know that guy went to Marvel and he did it through Marvel as well, and ended up doing the Marvel
Superhero Squad.
Yeah,
right?
Superhero Squad. Yeah, with like Thanos and everything. Like,
okay.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, they just basically they took the same tier as the DC Friends, which was like a kind of like a play school toy action figure, and then they put them in 2-packs. And they ended up doing Star Wars, the Galactic. They ended up doing Star Wars, Transformers, G.I. Joe. Like it was insane.
Oh, that's cool.
And here's one of my favorites.
Baby. Now, what year is this one from?
79 cents. This one's from 86. 82. I'm sorry, 82.
Dude, Thundar is, like Dennis said, this is, I mean, the only thing that would make me go goo goo gaga a little more is if you had a Space Ghost. Then I'd be like, what?
Man, I haven't seen the Space Ghost one. You'd be surprised. I haven't seen it. Like I found Pro Stars. I don't know if you remember Pro Stars, but Pro Stars was a Saturday morning cartoon about these three sports ball guys that try to save their town. Well, these three sports guys were Bo Jackson, Michael Jordan, and Wayne Gretzky.
Oh wow!
And they were the Pro Stars. Yeah,
that's funny.
God.
Yeah, no, this Thundar one is just.
Everybody loved this cartoon. I mean, guys, give a thumbs up in there. That's while you're at it, hit that smash that like button if you haven't already. Make sure you do it. But give us a thumbs up if you like Thundar. This cartoon, man, if I had this comic book back then, I would have colored the hell out of this.
God,
Oh,
dude,
man.
he put his
Wow.
strength, his courage, and his fabulous sun sword against the forces of evil. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
With
Now
Prince-
this is
with
this is
Ukla the
just
Mock and Princess Ariel.
right there. This is just too freaking oh, nice
Yeah.
nice sexy shot of Princess Ariel right there.
Yeah.
This is what I'm talking about. I love, don't get me wrong, I love like the real cartoony stuff, like in that Super Friends I just showed.
Yeah.
But you know, when I think coloring books, this is what I think. I like the Superman one and the DC big fat one I showed. But once again, to me, a coloring book should be all just outlines, and the Superman stuff just has, you know, it has shadows and blacks on them and stuff. So it's just, it's not as coloring book. If you
Where's
ask
that
me.
sun sword? Did
There it is. Zero.
No, this isn't Toph. This is based on Toph's work, though. You can tell Toph did the model sheets and design, so whoever drew this probably based it on
Yeah,
Toph.
Kirby was involved in the actual creating of it. I don't think he actually did anything with it though.
Yeah, but yeah, no, this is a great one.
Boom,
And
boom,
then,
boom, 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 boom.
And then, of course, good old He-Man.
Motu.
Oops, way too big. Let's just do. Well, we'll just do that then. Yeah, I mean, Masters of the Universe. There's a new. I'm skeptical because I can't see the inside of it, but there is actually a new He-Man Masters of the Universe one on Amazon right now, and it's only, you know, it's like $10 or less. And yes, I'm that cheap to where if I can't see the inside, I'm not going to get it.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it unless I knew what it was. Like, again, I've been you know, of course, like when I got into this, I immediately started seeing books that I did, you know, books that I colored when I was a kid.
Sure.
There was a giant G.I. Joe one. It was like 3 feet tall by 2 feet wide. Just this giant, massive coloring book. And since I've been ordering these books, I've actually, not knowing that they were giant books, ordered. I have a couple of big, you know, the 3 foot by 2 foot, which is a giant coloring book.
What year did this He-Man one come out, or Masters of the Universe?
84, right? It says it in the name.
Yeah, I mean, this looks great. This is like right in line with the proportion of the toys and stuff. I think that because this is the first time I'm looking through this one. I think this looks cool. Buzz off. Orko.
Yeah. Cobra Khan.
I think they should have named him that's not tough enough. I think it should have been Killer Cobra Khan.
Well, they have King Hiss. They have King Hiss as well, remember?
Oh yeah. Strider
with Fistor.
Whoa. I don't know where you're going with Fistor, but hey, we try to run a clean show here.
Dude,
they know you. They know you threw that out in the first minute and under.
No.
If Kevin Smith is involved, I would stay away.
Yes. Hey, as long as, I mean, like I said, if you go to the art on that, the cover art for the He-Man coloring book I'm talking about looks good, but it could be a bait and switch. I've seen nice cover art before, and then you get inside and it's kind of garbage. So that's why I'm a little hesitant. Holy crap, I'm not going through this whole thing. I just realized it's 128 pages.
Yeah,
so
dude, that's another thing. It's like 100. It's like 100 something pages for like 79 cents.
See, but back in the day, before all the inflation hit, all the cool coloring books, or they had the smaller activity pads and stuff, they were 59, 79, 99 cents. You know, and they went to $1.19, $1.39. And, you know, today, a lot more expensive, but still, back then, when you look at that, that was a lot of cool stuff that you got for very little money. You had enough for a cool coloring book and some candy to be left over.
Yep.
Yeah. No, this is another one I've never seen, the Flash Gordon one. And once again, it's got that great coloring book charm where they're
this is kind of that this is that Alex Raymond looking, you know what I'm saying? I mean, like it definitely was one of my favorites.
Yeah, no, did you have to take remove color from this as well?
No, not out of this one, out of the other one I did though.
Is this stuff you found online, or did you actually have a hard copy of this?
No, man, I went to eBay and spent way too much money.
No way, really?
Oh, dude, man, I was like, man, I gotta have this, dude. Defenders of the Earth.
Yeah.
Man, you know, because I'm a huge King, like everything with King, I've loved forever. The Phantom, you know, Mandrake the Magician, Lothar, all that stuff. Of course, Flash Gordon, obviously, who's like my favorite comic book character of all time.
Oh, real quick, Torchbearer Studios, I'm coming in late. Did Andy say anything? Yes, I did. I'll show you, and then you can say, oh, yeah, I do have that. It was for the Andrew Garfield movie,
The Amazing Spider-Man.
The Amazing, and it was a little fun case that came with 2 jumbo coloring books, a digest-sized coloring book, stickers and stuff. And I worked on a bunch of these. I also did some of the kids' book art as well, but these are specific coloring books. I actually did work on, and it wasn't just me, it was a bunch of people. Oops. Let's see, add it back. There it is. I worked on a DC one too, and I know I have it. It's another like 400-page one from like, probably 2010 or maybe a little before. Actually, yeah, because I know where I was living. So it was around 2008, 2009. And I know I have 1 or 2 of them. And I drew some Batmans and a Joker and some Flash and stuff like that. I know I have the books. They're packed away, and I didn't have time to find the scans either.
So Brian, Dennis is asking you a question.
Yeah.
Other Dennis. So does Brian have a site or something for these?
Yeah. Again, this show kind of came together like really quick, so I didn't have time with my regular job to actually get everything together. But I am working on a Facebook page to where, you know, people can donate and send things in, or if they have stuff that they want to sell, like, you know, I don't mind buying stuff if it's in really good condition.
Right.
You know, like, again, I have bought some crazy stuff because I've only seen 1 or 2 of them online, and spent some good money on it. But of course, if I can get them unused, I would much rather do that. Like, I got just today I got a Gargoyles one in, and it's pretty awesome.
Really?
Especially when we're having the guy from Gargoyles on Pop XP tomorrow night, which is going to be super awesome.
Oh, that's cool.
Awesome, Tony.
Yeah, Greg Weisman, man, it's going to be awesome. Dude, Gargoyles is one of my favorite cartoons, man. Jonathan Frakes. I mean, what's up?
Marina Sirtis. I mean, come on. You got Star Trek right in your hand. It was the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at this one. First time seeing this one. Dennis sent the link over. Let's take a scroll through this Spider-Man one. What year is this one from? Looks early 80s.
1983. Yeah.
Oh, this one gives credit. So by Winslow Mortimer and Mike Esposito. Oh, nice. It's a little bit more rendering, you know, a little more than I'd like to see in a coloring book, but that's okay. Oh, there you go. Look at that. And this one tells a story. So you got some nice little lines of dialogue.
Man, I wonder like how much their page rate was on this. Like when you're looking at 400 pages, or this right here has what, 50 pages attached to it?
Yeah.
I wonder what it is. I wonder what the page rate would be.
I mean, back then, I don't know. I don't know today. I know in the 90s and early 2000s, stuff like this paid better. So, because like the coloring book stuff I did, I was like, oh man, sign me up for as much as this as you want, because the pay was so much better than drawing one full comic page. So, but, you know, back in early 80s, I have no idea. It could have just been the same, you know, pencil and ink rate, whatever it was. So.
Nice.
Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
What's Eric saying about Brent Spiner?
Brent Spiner was Puck on Gargoyles. Yes.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yep.
I didn't know that
Jonathan-
Alpha Flight
Jonathan
character
Frakes.
Puck was on Gargoyles.
Yeah, Jonathan Frakes was the main bad guy. He's the guy that actually like took, when they were cursed or whatever it is like, the gargoyles will not come to life until, they're seen from the highest point or whatever it is, and he just recreated that castle and put them at the top and they came to life. Man, that was awesome.
Yeah, Marina Sirtis, she was the other ones I said. And you've got those two, and their voices are very iconic, and that the animation and everything was great. I mean, that was one of the great things Disney did.
Oh, that's cool. I did not know that. All right, let's. I'm just going to remove this. Find. 'Cause I know you sent a bunch to Dennis.
Well, I didn't know how long I was going to be, and I didn't know how much he was going to go through. I mean, I wish I could have put more in there. I mean, I still have a bunch that I haven't even scanned or taken pictures of.
Oh, here we go. I'm not even going to say what it is till we pop it up.
Frakes was Anatos and Sirtis was Demonia. Thank you. I definitely couldn't remember her name.
Come on, load up. Just waiting for. Oh, here we go, guys. Oh yeah, bring it back to your childhood. Voltron,
dude.
Yeah. Now. I like the spaceships better than the Lions, and I know I'm in the minority on that one.
So far, this looks good art. Let's see if it holds up. Not too bad. It's basic, but I remember Voltron. Oh,
yeah. When I scanned this was a different type of paper. I don't know if you noticed, but all this, it's not super white. It's still a little kind of a brownish color. So all the coloring books were those old brown colored pages, like they weren't bright white or anything.
Sure,
right.
But yeah, this one was, when I scanned it, I don't know what it was, but the blacks didn't come through as solid black as I wanted them to be.
Yeah, but you can adjust that in Photoshop easy.
Yeah.
I mean, it's more than just the one step you were saying for removing the color, but it's really easy to do.
I could just make them all darker.
Yeah. Which two crying mice are exactly alike? Oh,
there's a lot of hate right there. A lot of hate, you Lions people.
What's that? Why does it say kick Dennis?
That's because I like the other Voltron better.
What? You don't like this one?
Yeah. What did I say? I like the other one better. You've never probably even seen the other one.
I don't care.
See, that's just it. My God. That's why you're a Cowboys fan. It's the first team you saw, so it's the only team you
got to come back to America.
I don't know if we can compare the spaceship Voltron to the Cowboys.
Always got to.
I think we can, because it's the first thing he sees, he latches onto, doesn't realize there's anything else out in the world.
Always got to diss America's team.
That's right.
There's a Conan coloring book that's out now too, but once again, it's on Amazon and they only show the cover, and the cover looks awesome. But I'm like, I'm not buying this even for $10 to get it and be like, this is garbage, But I'm very curious because the cover looks so good.
I didn't send you the Dune one, did I, Dennis? I know I showed it to you.
I don't think so.
No, I will double check. I'm almost positive not. We were chatting Dune the other night, but I don't think that was sent. Flash.
Yes, but there's a Dune coloring book as well. Long live the fighters!
Yeah, I bet that was pretty cool too.
Yeah.
Nope.
Oh yeah, let's do this.
No, you did the AD&D one. You did the Flash TMNT.
Oops. Let's see. Hold on. Open another one. Another good throwback property. Put it this way: Frag is going to wish he was here to see it. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm starting to think this. I don't think this one is an actual. I think this one is an actual story. I don't think it was a coloring book.
Oh, let's see. Well, it's illustrated by Fernando Fernandez.
Yeah, there is illustrated by Fernando Fernandez.
I would like to tell Mr. and
That sounds
Mrs.
like a made-up-
Fernandez to
that sounds
maybe
like a
come up
made-up
with a
name. That's a made up
maybe
name.
come up with a more inspired name for your kid. Yeah, this looks like a story type thing too, but that's okay. I like it. It looks good.
I don't know. It makes me hungry for pizza right
Oh,
now.
look, it's the actual real April
Oh,
O'Neil.
it is April. Look at that.
And if I saw my kid pick up a brown crayon to color, I'd smack it out of their hand and go, I believe you want this pink flesh tone. Because that's what April O'Neil is.
Well, I want to see Casey Jones.
Is Casey Jones in it, Brian?
And we're going to find out. It's got to be soon.
Two-page spread. Oh,
no.
There's Shredder.
Yep.
Wait, I didn't know that dude had computer skills.
Dude, that's a pretty
He is
detailed.
good at everything.
Dude, he graduated with TV VCR repair at one of those late nights.
TV VCR repair. You can get your degree in TV VCR repair through the mail.
VCR repair.
Paul Taylor, you're correct. Chuck has 2 Conan novels out right now. The third one is the one I'm looking forward to because it sports a Dan Lawless cover. And that should be coming out sometime this year. And I've seen the cover, and it's awesome. I hear the novels are really good, too. They've gotten great reviews.
Go Voltron Force.
Oh, wow. Come on. There's got to be Casey Jones in here. But what I would say is, do you know what year is this one from? Do you recall?
Say what?
Do you recall what year this is from? Because the art looks pretty good.
1988.
Wow.
Good year.
Fernando Fernandez did a great. I mean, look, that's a hefty rack he gave April here for being a kid's coloring book. Usually
it's more for the kids to color.
That's right.
It's true, but being serious, when I was doing the kiddie type stuff, it was like, yeah, tone it down. So, oh damn it. Didn't mean to do that. All right, let's get back to where we were because
showing off all my trade secrets.
I know. This is really nice. Now, is this one you bought off eBay as well?
Yeah, this is the one that came in a group that I got off eBay.
Nice little right. Oh wait, do they turn into whatever their names are?
Bebop and Rocksteady.
Yeah.
Bebop and no Casey yet though. Aaron's about to cry.
I know. I'm kind of sad so far.
Dude, they should have hired this guy.
This is good art.
Yeah, I don't know what this guy's doing anymore, but whoever is it IDW still doing the Turtles or is it Boom? Who is it?
Yeah, it's IDW.
IDW should hire this guy, man. This stuff's good.
And they're actually doing the Saturday morning cartoon version. They've got the Dungeons and Dragons. They've got the TMNT ones. Those are all pretty good.
And Saturday Morning Adventures.
I just read online that so back in 2019, I was at a convention with Freddie Williams III, who is known for Batman, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, those 3 volumes. And then he did, He-Man or Masters of the Universe versus Thundercats and so on and so forth. Well, and he said this on Facebook, he was supposed to do a Masters of the Universe crossover with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And he did all the design work and stuff. And then it got axed. I just read that they actually are doing a mini comic and they're putting it in because they are actually doing toys.
Yeah, the action figures.
Yeah, they're doing action figures. And I want to buy one just to get the mini comic now.
Man, they're like, you can get them from Entertainment Earth, but I will tell you, they're like $25 a piece. I'm just...
yeah, that's pretty standard for action figures, I think. But that's stuff.
Yeah, I like all the Mondo 7 stuff that they've been coming out with. Like all the Thundercat Mondo stuff was incredible. The G.I. Joe Mondo stuff was incredible. But I don't know, man. Just the Ninja Turtle stuff they've been doing is kind of crazy. I mean, like good on Kevin Eastman. I mean, he's got a huge renaissance of new toys that he gets to sell. Like, he just resell the old toys again.
Yeah.
You know?
Let's see. What's that one? Is that the same one we just looked at? I don't know.
Which one?
No, there's two. Did you send him two different Voltron coloring books, or are they the same?
I think they're all the same.
Yeah, I think Voltron. There was just one. There was one of a.
Yeah,
there was two Spider-Man ones. I don't know if you saw the C and double Spider-Man one.
There were two Flash Gordons.
Oh, there were?
Yeah, Flash Gordon Missions of Peril, 1979, and Flash Gordon Coloring Book, 1980.
Oh shit!
The second Flash Gordon one was the one that I had to remove a lot of color out of it. But again, like I said, it's you just create you put all you scan all the pages in, you put them all into one file, and then you have like you can create a cycle where it'll just do it. Like it'll just bring up the picture, go through, eliminate all the color, then move on to the next one. So you hit a button, it automatically does it, just knocks it out.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, I hear you.
At Kmart. Oh, there's a name I haven't heard in a while. That was another great place to have it. At Kmart, I got an X-Men coloring book. It contained most of Uncanny X-Men 273 with art by Michael Golden, Klaus Janson, John Byrne, Rick Leonardi, Wills Potasio, Mark Silvestri, and Jim Lee. Wow, I do not remember that at all.
I know. How old is that? That reminds me. So DC, a couple years ago, put out their coloring books where they just pulled, and I've got a few of these, they just pulled art from like covers and stuff like that. So none of it's new. So it's literally just black and white art from printed comics. But there is old stuff in here too. Like they did Justice League number 12 cover, the original number 12, that is. So it's a mixture of old and new artists. But so the funny thing is these things retailed for $16. Good old Ollie's, good stuff cheap, $1.99. So I got Justice League. I got Wonder Woman because it's got some great Adam Hughes work in it, as well as Terry Dotson, George Perez, Yannick Paquette, Cliff Chang. I'm just trying to find something really cool. Dave Finch. Oh, there we go. That is Adam Hughes's first Wonder Woman cover on the left, right there. So these are really cool. Do you not know how to remove comments after you read them?
Nope.
You just leave them up there all willy-nilly.
Well, we're still talking about it, so why not?
Trying to run a professional show, and you got Mr. Amateur over here. Speak of our buddy, Aaron Lopresti, I'll get up for that. There's Aaron Lopresti's adult, as they called it, coloring book cover. They did that 1 month for DC. He made it. And once again, cover price, $16. I think not. Oh, in fact, here's another good old King right here. First page, you open the book. Shane Cat Pappy Davis, Wonder Woman, right there.
Yep. The Batman Mad Love coloring book is the best one. $2.99 at Ollie's.
Yeah,
so anybody who's got an Ollie's, you can go down there for some good cheap.
I did not see it, but I want to get it because that is a fantastic comic in itself, but in black and white.
Yep.
Look at that. Dave Finch on the right, and I believe, Phil Jimenez right there. So that's a great one. And then the other one they did, which, if you're a fan of Batman Hush, the first work Jim did at DC, starting off his long tenure there, this Batman Hush coloring book, once again, retail $16, Ollie's price, $1.99, reprints the first 2 issues of Hush, all in black and white.
Nice.
So it's nice, clean, and crisp scans to really show off Scott Williams' fantastic ink work. So if you're a fan of Hush, you're not going to go wrong with this one. I'm pretty sure it's the first 2 issues.
Well, one thing I think we need you guys to do is keep an eye out. We definitely need some $6 Million Man. That would be something great. Some Robotech. I guarantee there had to be some Robotech ones.
Tons of Robotech. Gotchaman, Battle of the Planets.
Oh man, yeah, Battle of the Planets.
By the way, I was wrong. This Hush collects the first 4 issues of Hush. Black and white, Ollie's, $1.99 if you're a Jim Lee fan. I highly recommend you getting over to an Ollie's and picking this bad boy up because it's kick-ass. Makes me want to go to an Ollie's and see if they have the one, the Bruce Timm one.
Ollie's. Get your adverbs here.
So yeah, just again, I started looking at how they have all these comic books, archived. You can find all these comic books archived from back in the day, and just realized they didn't have any kind of archive for coloring books. So I'm going to try to create one this year.
Dude, that's cool. And then you're going to sell it to Dennis and other people, and then give me one. Because
it'll all be for free on the Internet Archive.
God.
Dude, this is such a great initiative that you're doing. You and I have talked before, about the lost history and how you go through and do it. You were talking about Super Bowl, how they did it. Because I remember that because I remember asking my dad. Because, of course, Super Bowl one, for those that didn't know, Green Bay Packers versus the Kansas City Chiefs, which you will see very soon. And, of course, the Green Bay Packers were victorious in it. But there was never anything, because I asked my dad, why don't you have that? Because my dad had everything you could from the Green Bay Packers. It didn't exist. So I love this. I love when people go through and do that. This one case, it was the NFL. So you're doing something great. Coloring books with all the stuff. And I said, they still make coloring books now, and they go all the way back. This is just almost no matter what your interest was. You had Dungeons and Dragons, for the role-playing nerds like me, and then you have the comic book stuff based off of cartoons.
Dude, they had them for the girls, man. They had Pound Puppies, Popfuls, Monchichis. I mean, Barbie.
Oh my God, I totally forgot about those.
Way up in the trees with the Monchichis.
Barney?
Yeah, you got Barbie. You got Barney.
Yeah,
it's just so crazy. Like Laser Tag Academy, which is old school Saved by the Bell cartoons, Dino Saucers, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Oh, Dino Saucers, love it.
Yeah, Defenders of the Earth, obviously. Man, I'm just rattling them off because there's so many of them. But I think it's good that there's not really a checklist out there, but you can get a general idea of what books are out there. And
I mean, did they do them off of TV shows? I mean, Dukes of Hazzards, A-Team, Airwolf. I mean, great shows. I'm assuming they probably did some.
Yeah, I definitely believe there's a Dukes of Hazzard. I know there is an A-Team one. There's a Mr. T. There's Chuck Norris and the Howling Commandos.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot out there, man, and I'm hoping that I can bring a lot of it together. I'm surprised no one has tried to do it though before now.
Right. When you mentioned that, I was surprised that somebody hadn't done it. So I think it's awesome. So guys, I will keep posting once Brian gets the page up and running. I will go back retroactively and put the link in the description here.
I was named after the guy in Airwolf, man. So it has to be Airwolf.
Straight fellow hawk, baby. So this was a conversation the other night, and this is why Joe's asking it. If you were on Team Airwolf or Team Blue Thunder,
Airwolf all day.
I love both. I like both. They both have their own strengths. But Airwolf was just the absolute coolest freaking show. Yeah,
absolutely.
I'm an Airwolf fan.
So there is a website in 2009, believe it or not. Talk about a career where I've done a lot of different stuff. Bigcoloringbook.com. Look at the size of this sucker.
Dude, that is the size of the coloring books I'm telling you that I have from I started ordering them and they came in and they were that size. And Cowboys of Moo Mesa, Brave Star.
Well, if you got this, That's an
Yeah.
Andy Smith cover. So
Yeah,
if you
that's awesome.
find this out in the wild, you get yourself an Andy Smith cover for the Big Book of Horses.
Nice.
Right there. I don't know if I did. I think they just had me do the cover. Oh, no. Oh, I never even knew that. I probably should have looked at this when I got it.
When I think of horrors, I think of Andy Smith.
No.
That's right.
Dude, this is from 2009. I never even knew that in the back of the book,
They did the cover. Nice.
They redid it so you can color the cover as well. So I had no idea that was in there. That shows you how much I flipped to this. They only sent me one of it.
That's awesome.
But yeah, this is huge. Huge.
Hey, Paul, was Blue Thunder a TV show? I know it was a Roy Scheider movie. So it was a movie, and that's why, once again, Jaffo, anybody who's seen it knows what I'm talking about. But they actually did do a TV show. It wasn't nearly as popular. But yes, they did a TV show probably around 84, 85 that was in there. Airwolf, way cooler. Again, just saying. But it was cool.
Yeah, Blue Thunder had something that Airwolf never had, and that's boobies.
Yes. And, and they had whisper mode.
Movies. Good.
Yeah. Is that a Golden Age Horseman, Andy?
Golden Age Horseman. I don't know.
Are there any Horseman pages in there?
There are no Horseman pages in there. But look at that. 2009, drawing some horses. So
that's pretty awesome, though. That is the size of the comics I was telling you about. Remember, I told you they were like 3 foot and 2 foot. So
yeah, as soon as Dennis said that, I was like, wait a second. I got something, and that was one thing I knew exactly where it was. Because
I didn't buy ones that size because most of the time as we were traveling, so it's very difficult to be sitting in the back of the car doing that and coloring. Or leaving your crayons in the heated car and having them melt all over the place. But those were the days.
See you later, Don Ranger Power.
Yeah.
What's that?
Oh, he said he was leaving. I said, bye.
He's got to take off. Thank you for joining, as always.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. I think what you're doing is cool. And I look forward to seeing more and stuff of what you find. Because
definitely.
When I go down that hole of looking for stuff on eBay and whatnot and seeing all this different stuff, I'm like, oh boy, this could get bad. So
dude, it's rough too. And I'll call people, I'll message them and be like, hey, look, you got this coloring book, it's used and it's missing a page. I'm like, you want like $90 for it. I'm like, will you take like 15? Like,
right.
I'm like, why do you want $90? They're like, it's vintage. It's sick. It's old.
Yeah,
but it's not even complete.
Exactly.
Yeah, I would much rather them get them unused where they're not drawn on. But I mean, again, the drawing isn't really that big of a deal. It just takes extra step.
Right.
But
right. Well, there you go. Guys, go check out Death Raider by Rob Hunter. He's a dozen backers away from 500. The book is looking fantastic. Make sure you go check that out. Amish Ninja says, any Space Ghost, Herculoids, Thunder, the Barbarian. Well, we just looked at Thundar.
Yeah, there's that one.
And there's got to be a Thundercats.
There is Thundercats and there is Herculoids, but I have not seen Space Ghost yet.
I would imagine.
You thought there would be so many of the Hanna-Barbera. I mean, you got Captain Caveman.
Yeah, another great one. Thundercats, just so you guys know, for those of you who don't follow Funny Books, Thundercats #1 just came out today. I, of course, got the Brillo cover. I will be doing a quick flip of it, but it looks good, guys. Crossing my fingers.
I have to ask you this because I didn't even know this thing existed until I saw it. But have you seen the Jay Lee Thundercats cover?
He bought it.
I bought it.
Yeah.
Holy Nikes. Was that not an incredible cover?
Yeah.
It was probably one of my favorites up there with the Perillo cover. The Perillo is hands down my favorite. But yeah, I loved it.
Dude,
I got the Drew Moss cover, which is like a character's full color design of just Lino on the cover. And I got both Rob Liefeld covers. I got the black and white and I got the full color.
Man, how good was Rob's cover?
It was nice. And I saw an ad in the back. Dynamite's going to be putting out a Space Ghost comic in May. What the?
Nice. I wonder if
I
it's
hope the
going to be.
art's good.
I don't know. Did you see the one where it had Ariel Olivetti when he did it?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thanks for your How to Draw Dynamic Comics book. I bought it back in 2021 while anti-training for the U.S. Army. Nice. Thank you very much.
I'll let you show this one. So I'm going to show you the two covers I got. This one is the Lucio Perillo cover.
Dude, there's a black and white version of that looks amazing as well. If you haven't seen it,
yeah, I have not seen it. I mean, that it would be great. And then there's the Jay Lee cover.
Man, that Jay Lee cover is just that thing's
cool.
fire, bro.
Guys, these are awesome. I will be doing a quick flip, so you guys will be able to see the interiors. But I think this one had pre-orders on it. Was the largest, one of the largest ones I've seen over the last few years. 170,000 pre-orders that I had seen. So I don't know if it went up or not.
Did he have? Because I know you like him. There was a Chromium cover too.
No, guys. I got there an hour after the shop opened today, and the Perillo cover was one that I had ordered way back when, and I thought I'll see what all these other covers look like, what he's got. He was almost sold out. I got the Jay Lee, and but none of the Chromiums, none of that, because I would have. I probably would have been suckered into it.
Was it Chromium or was it just foil? I don't think it was a Chromium cover, was it?
No, it was Chromium. The one I saw was Chromium. And by the way, I found. Let's see. Hold on, I got it, so I can actually read this better. Let me open this, and I think Brian will like this when I show it. Space Ghost coloring book, baby.
Nice.
Find it. I need this. Look at this. Holy crap.
Dude, look at that price.
29 cents.
Yep.
Yeah, this is 1967.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
Dude, look at that. Oh my God. I tell you what, Dynamite, they're doing Space Ghost May 2024. I hope to God the art is on point and I'll buy it. If it's not, I won't buy it. It's got to be on point. Because when you think Space Ghost, like I like the Ariel Olivetti one, but I think Space Ghost as a character, you've got to have it really on point. It doesn't have to look exactly like
did you like Future Quest?
Future Quest was freaking fantastic.
Yep, I like it.
I just have to ask, bro. I just have to ask. Like,
oh, I bought the.
You didn't like the dragon that I drew for Kor-Drath, so
let's not talk about that stuff. Like, look at this. Space Ghost. Here's another coloring book.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Ship, the old version of the ship.
Oh my God,
it was. Oh, yep, gotta find it.
Oh God, now I don't know what this garbage is.
So Joe's asking He-Man or Lion-O, who wins? I would say He-Man, unless it's the Kevin Smith He-Man, then it's Lion-O with ease.
Yeah.
I don't know.
He-Man's not going to get beat by some large pussy carrying a sword.
I think Lion-O would. I think Lion-O would win because I think he would actually kill He-Man. He-Man would.
Yeah, he would.
He-Man wouldn't kill. He-Man wouldn't kill Lion-O. You know what I'm saying?
No, he's too good. He-Man would declaw Lion-O.
Yeah, Lion-O would like. Lion-O was like one more beep away from like wiping out a whole colony of burbles. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I agree. I think it was a good limited series, but it was, it was painted and I liked the art, but it just didn't hit me like Space Ghost. Jonathan Lau is the artist on the Space Ghost for Dynamite. All they showed in the back of the Thundercats book was, I guess it's a cover. I don't know who did the art because it's painted. So I've got my fingers crossed because I really would like to buy a Space Ghost comic. Hey, I tell you what, get me a Dino Mutt and Blue Falcon.
Yeah, there's another one I loved. And Johnny Quest. I love Johnny Quest.
But guys, we're coming to the end of the show, and what you need to do is head on over to the sign up page for Kor-Drath the Awakening, the exciting next chapter volume in the Kor-Drath saga. First it was the Reckoning, and oh, did he reckon, and now it's the Awakening. Go to the sign up page, sign up, and when you back the book, you'll get a free Adriana trading card colored by Kelsey Shannon to go perfectly with the Lilith card. And of course, you'll get front of the line shipping, which means your book will go out in the first week. I thanked Graham Nolan last night for that. He goes, "Oh no, that was my wife Julie's idea." And I said, "Well, I thanked Julie then."
Giving credit where credit is due.
That's right. So go sign up.
And I handed Andy the script today, so he now has the complete script for Volume 2, The Awakening. And chug it along, guys. So make sure you sign up, because we will be going live April 1st, and you do want to be on that sign-up list.
That's right. So there you go.
Yeah.
Nice and tight, the comic book pencil art of Andy Smith. That's me, 64 pages, oversized book featuring some of my favorite fully penciled pages. That is the trading card early sign-up backers will get, showing the first piece I did of Claw and Red Sonja that never saw print. It was kind of a tryout piece. And this book is going to be coming down soon because Kor-Drath is going to be going up. So go check this out. Less than 900 away from the next stretch goal. Go check it out. Will you be doing a campaign on Fund My Comic for any books? Plan to. We do plan to. So keep your eye out for announcements for that stuff as well. Joe Bernardo, don't forget to have a gatefold massive battle in the next Kor-Drath. Yeah, if you want to help pay for the printing cost of what a gatefold would be, maybe a stretch goal. You never know. Those things are not cheap to print.
Yeah, guys, I trust me, I did look into some options like that. Wow. Yeah, let's just say that. Wow.
We'll just leave it at wow. And Friday, the review for what are we seeing? I already forgot. How is it you not remember?
Madam Web? Are y'all going to see Madam Web this week?
Oh, we will. Not this week.
It's next week.
Next week?
No, I thought it was March. Is it February? Oh, it is. It's Valentine's Day week, isn't it? Oh, Dennis is going to take me to see Madam's Web for Valentine's Day, guys.
Oh,
I know. We are seeing Out of the Darkness. We will have the review Friday morning for that. Hopefully sometime on Friday we'll get out the old what did the boys get from the Charlotte Minicon, because you know we always buy comics.
I do want to know what you guys got.
We did start, by the way. I had to find something for my whole family to watch. So I've started with Blue-Eyed Samurai because so many of you have told me to go watch it.
It's good.
We got the first 3. I think it's 8 episodes long, and we got the first 3 done. It's fantastic. The anime is awesome looking. The story is great. I do highly recommend it. So far, we'll see how it ends. But man, I think kudos to you guys for putting me on another good show.
All right, and we'll be back next week, next Wednesday, special time, 1 p.m. because our guest Peter Samedi can come on at 1 p.m. and we are accommodating.
Publishing beat.
That's right.
Yeah.
So we'll be back then for that.
So hang out, Brian, after the sign off, and we'll chat with you.
Yeah.
All right.
Before you guys go, don't forget your brother from another mother, Dan Fraga, got his like career moment. He also did a cover for Thundercats.
He did Borderlands in South Carolina. Dan did an exclusive cover just for them. And I know a guy, so I think I'll be getting a copy. And if Dennis wants one, I know a guy who will sell me a copy.
I know a guy, and I'm hoping that I get one. Because, There
you go.
I hope I'm crossing my fingers. But thanks again, guys, for
having
me on and me pushing these coloring books. And, man, if any of you guys have any coloring books that you guys are not using and you want to add to the cause, definitely check me out on Facebook or on Twitter. And I'll have something a little more official as I get more together.
There you go. Now go jump over to the Graybeards, watch Aaron and the boys. I think they're selling art today. Until next time, bye-bye, everybody. Have a great night.
See you. Long and prosper.
Nice and Tight, the comic book pencil art of Andy Smith. That's me. This book features 52 pages of some of my favorite full pencils that I did for other companies over the past 2 decades. The raw pencils as they were seen by the inker, and now you can see them for the first time. This book also comes in a digital format so you can practice your inking in your favorite program.